Hey everybody, Adam from realworldworship.org here with you. It's a blog that's for everyday average worship leaders in everyday average churches. And we do these gear thoughts videos, and I mostly just talk about pedals just because they're more available. But basically today I want to talk about the Chase Bliss Audio Gravitas tremolo. It is an analog tremolo. It has both standard tremolo, which is, volume modulation, and it has harmonic tremolo, which is pitch modulation. And harmonic trem was found in certain early 60s, late 50s amps. Just got a different flavor than regular trem, really cool. It, like all Chase Bliss pedals, it is all analog, but it has digital microprocessors, which is getting more and more common. Like the JHS Muffaletta does this. Any analog delay with tap tempo is doing this, but Chase Bliss was really the first company to fully embrace this. Every Chase Bliss pedal has this thing going on. So it has tap tempo, it has presets, it has MIDI control, it has all these things that are awesome about digital delays, but you get this totally analog sound. The Gravitas might be their best pedal. It's really good. So what's this pedal's deal? It's all analog, but it has all the features of digital. What makes it magical? I think it really comes down to the feature set. What makes this pedal magical is the feature set. One of the really cool things is that you can combine both standard tremolo and you can combine that with the harmonic tremolo and get something really cool. And so the Gravitas is there you go. I'm gonna try that now. We're professional here. So the Gravitas is just a really solid tremolo pedal. It's also their cheapest pedal because Chase Bliss pedals, because they pack so much into them, they're expensive. It's by far their cheapest pedal, and you can get these things used for close to $200, which is really solid price. Drawbacks? I don't think there are too many drawbacks for this pedal other than price point. I will say, though, tremolo pedals are actually a lot like overdrive pedals in that they have different kinds of circuits. And some people like tube screamers, while some people like blues breakers, while some people like clones, right? Or clone clones, And tremolo is the same thing. There's standard tremolo, there's harmonic tremolo, there's tremolo with optical cells, there's tube tremolo in your amps. There's just different things, and they all have kind of different characteristics. So if you really love like an optical tremolo, say full tone Supatrem is a big one that comes to mind. It doesn't sound the same. There's a little bit of warmth that's missing. I don't think it's right or wrong. It's just preference. And so you're like, I really have to have that optical tremolo sound, and you go somewhere else. But the drawbacks are few and far between on this pedal. Other really cool thing is it has a built-in drive, and there's the volume, and this is the drive, and so you can get some really cool sounds out of it. Now, how I approach tremolo is this really classic sound. It's really underused in worship music. It really is. And churches really underuse tremolo. It's in everything. Blues players use it, classic rock players use it, modern rock players use it. I hear it everywhere. I've heard it in metal records, and I've heard it in like country records. Everything. Tremolo is a universal sound, and it's the one place it's like, to me, noticeably missing is praise and worship music. It's just this universal sound, universally usable, and people aren't using it. If you have a really quiet spot in a song, you know what? You could use reverb or some ambient delay for the 20th time, or you could use tremolo. You want to thicken up a lead line or a tone, you could use tremolo. In fact, there's a lot of situations, if not most situations, other than maybe trying to get like, U2 style rhythmic delays and things like that, where tremolo would be a great delay substitute or a great reverb substitute, just to fill out the sound, to thicken things up, to bring some character to your sound without getting in the way. But people just use the same two effects, reverb or delay, over and over and over again, instead of using something like tremolo to try something different. Kind of classic tremolo sounds to give you a picture of where this thing can do them. How Soon Is Now by the Smiths. Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day, Gimme Shelter by the Rolling Stones, basically anything by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Uh, but like Run Through the Jungle comes to mind. If you're a fan of country music, like Buddy Miller, who is the music director for the TV show Nashville, produced Robert Plant's Band of Joy record, just done all kinds of stuff for country and Americana, super respected player. I once read a quote where he said he hasn't turned tremolo off since 1989. So this is just this really core sound. In worship music, I'll tell you a couple places that I use it. Basically anywhere where I'm in the band and I'm just trying to like fill in the sound without getting in the way. On the bridge of Jesus Culture's Your Love Never Fails, you know, and it breaks down and you make all things work together for my good. A good tremolo setting, you know, you get that, like, let it strum out and it just kind of rings with that volume modulation happening. And I find that that really adds a different texture, flavor to that song in a nice way. And so whenever I do that song, if I have a tremolo pedal on my board, it's getting clicked on during that bridge. And other places where it's just like, okay, where can I add some character to what I'm playing, but I don't want to get in the way. I also don't want to use delay for the 20th time this set list, you know. So who should own this pedal? I actually think if you can, everybody should own tremolo in some form. But this pedal is for somebody. It's not like a first-time tremolo pedal unless you just happen to have the money. It's for somebody that knows, hey, I know that I need that sound on my board. My amp doesn't have tremolo. I need some options. And it's awesome for somebody who's like, you know what, I've had the Boss TR2 for a while. I'm ready to get serious and have a serious tremolo pedal. It's also really good if you're using MIDI or a switching system because it's MIDI capable. And so you can use it with a disaster area DPC5. You can use it with a Boss, you know, ES8 or ES5. It's usable with all these MIDI controllers. And so if you already are running MIDI, if you have a timeline and an H9, and you're like, well, I'd like a tremolo too because I'm using my H9 for reverb and delays and my timeline for delays, and I don't want to use my H9 for tremolo because I want the reverb on too. Hey, this is a great option for that because you get an analog effect and you get MIDI control. So highly recommend it. Check it out. Chase Bliss Audio, Gravitas, analog tremolo. All right. Thanks for watching. Check out realworldworship.org for more articles. Not all gear related, just articles about leading worship. Sometimes we write about gear and electric guitar playing because I'm an electric guitar player. But a lot of times we just talk about different aspects of leading worship and how that all plays out in the average church. All right. Thanks for watching.